If you've ever looked at your Google Ads account and thought, like, wow, and this must be wasting money, you're probably right. I hate to tell you that, but it happens constantly and you're not alone. I feel like every single business that I coach, they want to have a perfect ad account and they all feel this way to a certain extent. And today I want to talk about it because when you look at your spend, you see clicks that don't convert, your stomach drops. That happens. And I think as an industry, what we do is a lot of times our content is like wasting money in Google Ads, XYZ solution, or, you know, don't waste another dollar, or business bleeding money. I mean, you can look at my content, and the fact of the matter is that does well. And the reason it does well is because we know as experts that every single account is wasting money. We know it. It happens. It is the reality of Google Ads. So you may be thinking, maybe I shouldn't even be running ads, or that content has gotten to you. But here is the truth. You're always going to have some waste in your Google Ads account, no matter how good you are. Even the pros like myself have waste in the Google Ads account, and that's not a bad thing. It means that we're doing something correctly for our clients. So there's this real myth of perfect efficiency. And it's that, like, if your account is set up right, it should be perfectly efficient. Every dollar is doing its job. You put $1 into the vending machine, you get $1 back. And frankly, that's not how marketing works. Marketing isn't a vending machine where, you just get what you give. It's a process of testing, learning, and adapting to real human behavior. And humans are just not as predictable as we always want them to be, especially in marketing when we're asking them to take these actions. They're incredibly unpredictable and they click things, they get distracted, they change their minds. And when someone tells you your account has waste, that doesn't mean you're failing. It just means that you're doing marketing. And again, as I said in the intro, I think as an industry, we capitalize on it because we all need business. We all need to get attention. And it's probably not the most fair way to capitalize on getting business, but we all know that every account is wasting. There is an emotional side with the waste. So let's be real. Waste feels bad. And again, it's marketing. So if we trigger that emotion in someone, again, we win the sale. And so, especially if you're a small business and the ad spend that you're wasting is coming straight out of your pocket, it feels bad. So a lot of times what I see as a small business will come to me for an audit because they feel like they're wasting money. They've been marketed to by the industry as a whole. And they're looking at their own numbers and suddenly staring at a list of everything that didn't work, that they're doing incorrectly. And that can feel like proof that they're doing Google Ads wrong, but it's not. It's not. It's data. And my friend Jill, she runs another YouTube channel as well and a course, and she's a coach like me. She always talks about data not having emotions. But at the end of the day, when you think about data, you're paying for information about what your audience likes and doesn't like at the same time. And so if you don't test, you don't learn. You don't learn what your audience doesn't like. And your marketing as a small business can't evolve. It cannot get better because you're staying in that safe zone. I think in sales, there's a term, every no is a yes. Because if someone says no, that has a reason behind it, and then that's a yes, and how you can evolve, or essentially, you're priced right, because everyone shouldn't say like, yes, Sarah, you're perfect. There's going to be some clients that feel like I'm too expensive for them. There's going to be some clients that feel like not now. I mean, you need to be putting yourself out there. So where does waste actually happen in the Google Ads account, and what can you control? Because while I'm sitting here telling you that like waste is good, I don't mean to really say that in the entire video, but there are definitely places where you can tighten things up in your Google Ads account. So for example, I talk about this all the time. You may have broad match running without any audience signals. You might have broad match left unchecked with no negatives and bringing in some irrelevant terms. Or maybe your ads are on that side of clickbaity and they're attracting too much volume. And the clicks look good on paper because people are clicking and coming to your landing page, but they're bouncing and it doesn't even lead to any real sales or real leads for your business. That's the kind of waste that you can actually control and that you do need to do something about. But some of it, like the test budget that you use to try a new ad or the new campaign. So if you're testing AI Max, if you're testing broad, if you're testing a different angle with your messaging, that's healthy waste because that is how you discover new opportunities. If you're doing YouTube, YouTube is not meant to convert right away. That is technically, if you're looking for a one-to-one relationship or a positive ROAS, technically that's waste, but that is a upper funnel campaign that's bringing in those opportunities to later convert. So obviously some of the people that are brought into your funnel aren't going to end up at the bottom and converting. It's not, a funnel like this. It is a funnel like, the bottom is where the conversions happen. So there's bad waste, which is money that's just spent without purpose or intention. And then there's really good waste, which is data gathering. It's testing, it's trying, it's introducing people to your brand, it's getting people in the conversation. So good waste, it really looks like, again, trying the new ad variation, testing new audiences, and running a campaign to learn seasonality or buyer behavior. And that's the kind of spin that might not convert today, but it pays off later for your business because you're learning something. And frankly, it shapes your next campaign and what you're doing when it comes to your overall marketing. So instead of you as a small business thinking, I wasted money, try thinking about it like this. I bought information. I bought data. I used Google Ads to learn about my clients. No account ever in the history of Google Ads is ever 100% efficient. Even after 17 years of running Google Ads and auditing thousands and thousands of accounts, I've never seen an account that didn't have a little bit of waste. Again, it's intentional waste. And that is because marketing is absolutely not a static activity. The second you fix one inefficiency, the market changes, or people change, or Google changes something, or your competition changes something. The goal isn't perfection in Google Ads, it's progress. You, as an advertiser, as someone who has taken the time to do Google Ads, you want to make sure that kind of waste is the kind that teaches you something. That's the kind of waste that's left in your account. So my final thoughts as an expert is the next time you get an audit or the next time you're looking at your Google Ads account and you see wasted spend, I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to know that you are not doing something wrong and that you can pivot. And you're doing what every single marketing expert on the entire planet, even the ones that at the core look like they have it all figured out, are doing. They're experimenting, they're learning, they're building something that works better tomorrow than it did yesterday. Don't let the word waste make you feel small. Don't let the word waste make you feel like you have to change agencies. Don't make this feel like you're doing something wrong. Let waste and let this fact remind you that you're in the game, that you're growing, that you're doing something. And if this video helped you reframe how you think about waste in your Google Ads, make sure you follow my podcast, whether it be on video or on Apple or Spotify, because I try to give no BS small business advice about Google Ads so that you can move your business forward and succeed in this cutthroat world of Google Ads. Thank you so much for listening today, and I look forward to seeing you in another episode. Make sure that you subscribe, give a like, or reach out to me. You can Google my name. I am all over the internet. Happy optimization.